Hi, I'm Leanne from Bat Lady Herbals, and welcome to my first video. We're here in Central Florida at one of my favorite trails, and I wanted to introduce you to a very special little plant that grows alongside these trails. You might know it as the common violet. Now, if you can see along the trail, there's a lot of plants here. Sometimes you have to push away some of the higher ones to get to all the little violets because they do like to grow close to the ground. Most people will see them because they're pretty bluish purple flowers, but they also have white and yellow varieties. The species is the Viola sororia. Now there's about 550 or more species of violet in the world, and pretty much everywhere you go in North America you'll be able to find one of those species or more. We have about 10 of them here in Florida. The common violet is probably the most widespread and probably the safest to use because some of these species are endangered. And you don't want to pick too many of them. Even if there's a huge abundance in your area, there might not be a huge abundance in the region. And even picking just a few too many might put it a little bit further into danger than you want to. Now, it's well known for its little heart-shaped leaves, which might give you a clue as to some of its uses, because this is a great little tonic for your heart and for your circulatory system. But more than that, it also works on your spirit, helping to uplift it, helping you to be better at dealing with stress in some ways. Now this plant is pretty special because these colorful little flowers up here are not the part of the plant that produces the seeds. Instead, there's another kind of flower down here and with the root cluster. It's a subterranean flower, and it doesn't emerge above the ground until it is ready to go to seed, which if you break this open, you'll see that inside is a bunch of little pearl-like seeds, which gave rise to the myth that fairies would actually break this open and string them and wear them as a necklace, just like we do pearls. So a lot of ancient cultures would use this flower for a bunch of different things. Many of them were using it for headaches and for coughs, for whooping cough especially, but the ancient Greeks and Romans would also wear the flower either pinned to their clothes or strung up in a necklace as a proof against drunkenness. They believed it would dispel the odors of wine and spirits, which would help keep them from getting the horrible effects of the drunkenness of hangovers. Now, they do have a little bit of pain relieving qualities to them, but they're not anywhere near as potent in that as white willow would be, or even skullcap. So it's not the first thing that I would recommend for headaches or for any kind of pains, but it is an anti-inflammatory. It will help ease the inflammation that causes the pain in arthritis and stiff joints. It's also great for abrasions, for boils, for eczema and psoriasis. It helps to soothe those areas, and it helps to speed the healing that your body is naturally going to be doing for all that. With boils, it also helps the pus to actually come to a head and for it to heal a little bit faster because you're getting rid of all of that stuff. Now, in addition to this being a great little heart herb, it's also great for your lymphatic system, which your lymphatic system is kind of like the circulatory system for your immune system. It helps to take all of your white blood cells throughout your body, and it helps keep you healthy. This little plant can help move it and help strengthen it, and help make sure that your immune system is doing what it needs to do. Flower essences are made from the Viola odorata, which is the sweet violet, which is a fragrant violet. It's not the common violet here. But the flower essence of the common violet may have some similar actions. The main action is to help people who are very, very shy come out of their shells just a little bit, have a little bit more confidence. This can help with people who are having a hard time finding a job, can help with all kinds of stuff. People who want to open up and maybe be a little bit more open for new friendships to develop and things. It also helps people who have a tendency towards more of a hot-headed natures and the hot natures. People who are a little bit more quick to temper. It'll help soothe some of that anger. Because one of the most important properties of this plant is that it is soothing in nature, and it's also very nourishing. It's also high in vitamins A and C, and makes a great salad. These leaves and the flowers can be eaten raw, although you don't want to eat the root because the root can cause nausea and vomiting. Might not be the best idea. A lot of people like to use the leaves as a natural thickening agent for soups, for stews and sauces. And the flowers make a great little lemonade, kind of like a purple colored lemonade, for the hot days. A lot of people like to also decorate their cakes and desserts with the violet flowers. You can also freeze them into little ice cubes and put them in your tea. Have like a fun little pop of flowers in your drink. Now, some herbalists will say that the best way to get the best usage out of this plant is to eat the flowers and drink the leaves. But really, you can use them in just about any preparation. The flowers make a lovely syrup. The leaves make a lovely salad. So when we eat it, we actually get a lot more of the properties of it than if we take it in a concentrated form like we do for herbal preparations. But we have to eat it on a pretty regular basis in order to get the most out of it. This special little plant likes to grow in Florida in the wintertime, which for us means pretty much in February is when you can start seeing the flowers. Right now it's March. They last a couple months. Now once you pick the flowers are gone. You're not going to get any more flowers, but you can keep picking the leaves, and it'll last all through summer. You might even get lucky and get a second flowering out of it in the fall. So this is a really great plant to have around your house if you want to eat it on a regular basis. Now, I found a great book by Anne McIntyre called The Complete Floral Healer. This book goes through a bunch of different flowers, and specifically about the flowers. I'm not going to have any information on the rest of the plant, but there's a nice write-up here about the sweet violet, which is the Viola odorata, but a lot of the medicinal uses that she has listed work just as well for the common violet that we have here. It also goes a little bit more into the flower essence and the homeopathic remedies. Now remember, if you like this video, you should follow me and subscribe. Feel free to comment. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Just put them in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow my blog at batladyherbals.com. And if you want to hear any more, or if you have any specific things you'd like me to talk about, please let me know.